C'est pas les bureaux, hein. Non, moi j'en ai pas. Et attends, je vais pisser dessus.
Do you think it's gonna take long?
No, he should be finished soon.
Ok. Vas-y, vas-y, je vais mettre un peu les lunettes là. Voir tous ces gens, c'est bon. Ah ouais, excuse-nous, hein. Oh, et ça c'est vraiment le futur, ça. Hop là. Là, il doit tellement passer pour un gros con, là. Il faut pas comprendre, hein. Ça passe pas devant. Allez, ça m'a saoulé. C'est une belle expérience, hein. Attends un moment, je pouvais choisir de mettre que le gant, je crois. Ah non, c'était... Hop là, je me pose. Parce qu'on serait pas posé, là. Par contre, je suis un peu sale, hein. Ça, c'est encore la scène de crime, ça. Hop là, voilà. On se pose. Ah.
I'm off, Charlene. I'll look at the reports later. Oh, cancel all appointments for this afternoon.
Okay. Oh, Captain. Agent Norman Jaden from the FBI is here.
Ouais, c'est moi.
Jaden, of course. We've been expecting you. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Do you mind tagging along? We can talk as we walk.
Yeah, of course. I wanted to introduce myself before getting started, but perhaps there's a better time.
No, it's fine. I just have to get to the press conference. We have them every day now. Believe me, it's not always easy.
Mais tu t'en rends, frère.
Fortunately, today we have some news. Have you met Lieutenant Blake yet?
Yeah, we met this morning.
Comme perçu,
He
il
has
est
his
parti.
own methods, but he's a good cop. I'm sure you'll get him well together. Do you know how to tie a knot in a necktie?
I guess.
Tu veux que tu fasses le petit nœud?
To be
Écoute.
frank with you, I could have done without the FBI on this one, but the press are all over us. This origami killer case crept up on us, and it's fast becoming a national concern. There are hundreds of killers in this country, but what do you know? This guy is exotic. He leaves flowers and origami figures. Work that one out. Then the press get onto it, and we suddenly become the center of the universe.
Hop.
I'm here to arrest a serial killer. With all due respect, sir, the rest of it, it's none of my business.
Exactement. Bah, laisse-moi faire ta cravate tranquille maintenant.
No, of course not.
Hop là.
All I'm asking is that you make progress, and fast. The press want a perpetrator, and we're gonna have to serve him up on a silver platter.
Ouais. Non, rien.
Not bad.
Bah, attends, tu sais même pas en faire une et tu viens me... Ouais.
Oh, go see Charlene, she'll show you to your office. Check in on the press conference if you're interested. It'll give you an idea of the political climate around here.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome to the club, Jaden.
Merci. Maintenant, moi j'ai envie d'aller voir. Si je peux aller faire un petit tour, moi je vais aller voir. Comment ça se passe un petit peu là. Excusez-moi. Hein. Hop là, je peux... Ah non.
Body of Jeremy Bowles was found this morning on a patch of wasteland in the East End at about 6:30 a.m., 5 days after he was reported missing. An autopsy will be conducted tomorrow to determine the exact cause of death, but going from first indications, it would seem that he drowned. The state in which the body was found suggests the methodology of the origami killer. The investigation should confirm this in the coming days. The police are continuing to work around the clock to find the murderer as quickly as possible. I'll field some questions. Yes.
Attention, les questions là.
You said the methodology indicated another victim for the origami killer. Can you be more specific?
An origami figure was found in the victim's hand, and an orchid was placed on his chest. His face was covered with mud, but there were no visible traces of violence to the body. Go ahead.
The Zodiac killer was never identified. Perhaps the origami killer will never be found either.
Il a cru que c'était les chevaliers du Zodiac.
For the moment, the killer may think he's invulnerable, but in the end he'll make a mistake and we'll be there to arrest him. Yes?
Did the killer leave any written evidence? Perhaps a ransom note explaining his actions? Or anything like that?
No. He has not made contact in any way, and we have only the murders to help us understand his motives. Yes. What's the question?
Some people are saying that the police were slow to take an interest in these murders because the victims lived in poor parts of the city. What do you say to that?
That's
Il a une question qui
absurd.
fâche.
The police make no distinctions between victims based on their social class. It is true that the origami killer seems to choose his victims from the more impoverished parts of town. The higher crime rate in these areas makes the investigation more difficult. Time for a couple more. Yes.
Attention.
There are rumors that the FBI has sent a profiler to help with the investigation. Is that true?
You seem to be well informed. Yes, we asked the FBI to send us a profiler to help us with this investigation. We will plan to announce this in the next few days, but it seems that won't be necessary.
According to certain sources, the town hall's been applying pressure to avoid any mention of a serial killer in order not to have an adverse effect on the mayor's election campaign. Do you have anything to say about that?
Pure speculation. At no time has the mayor been involved in this investigation, except to support the efforts of the police force, of course. Thank you for your cooperation.
One question, please, sir. One last question.
Captain Perry, one more question, please.
Ouais, c'était vraiment très sympa en tout cas. Là, je vais retourner à mon bureau. On va d'abord parler à Chardon. Excusez-moi. Hein. Voilà.
I'm ready to start. Maybe we should kick off by talking about the case?
I have some work to finish here. Let's talk about that later if you don't mind.
Bah ok hein.
Okay. No problem. Just let me know when you're available.
S'il te plaît. Charlène. Connaître pour le tête conçu de Larry.
Nice watch.
Oh, it's the present we offer to our new lieutenants. We bought the same model each year for the past 20 years for each promotion. It optimizes everybody's time, and it's the kind of thing that always goes down well.
Ouais.
You can contribute to our fund if you like. We're still a few dollars short.
Ouais, je suis sympa hein.
Congratulate Larry on my behalf.
Ah,
I'll
c'est
be sure to
cadeau,
do
hein.
that, sir.
Maintenant mon bureau.
Captain Perry said you could show me to my office?
Yes, of course. Follow me.
Alors elle va où? Merde. C'est un petit truc stylé hein. Stylé de ouf.
This is my office?
That's where I was told to take you. If you need anything, you know where to find me.
Ah, si c'est ça, je préfère travailler au chef, hein, clairement. Un vrai plaisir.
Okay, time to work.
Alors qu'est-ce que je veux faire?
Wow. More like a big cupboard. Well, I wanted a quiet place to work, and it certainly looks like I got it.
C'est vrai qu'après c'est trop
No
tôt,
time
hein.
to lose. Gotta get down to work. First, analyze the case files.
Allez. Voilà, on teste tout ça. Toute cette bonne poussière. Elle a un peu de puissance. Alors monte ta force. J'adore. Ce petit aménagement là, vraiment, c'est ce qu'il fallait. Hop. Allez, ça ressort des lulus, hein.
Step 1. Change the office.
Putain, c'est vrai qu'il y avait ça, j'avais oublié. Ce petit changement de bureau. Ah, pourquoi je peux pas sélectionner? Ah oui, ok. Hop. Enfin, là, on est vraiment là, en adéquation avec la nature. On ne forme plus qu'un. De toute façon, il y a ça. Vas-y, je vais rester comme ça pour le moment. Sa mère, allez, cassez-vous. Maintenant. Vas-y, je vais faire le dossier. Ah, mais t'as un truc comme ça en vrai. Hein. T'es vraiment ouf. Hein. Sélectionner origami killer victime. Mode opératoire. Victime.
8 victims in the last 3 years. All boys, aged between 9 and 13. No signs of violence. The victims disappear from public places in broad daylight. No one notices anything. Bodies are found 3 to 5 days later. Drowned in rainwater.
Un petit plaisir quoi, hein, vraiment. Analyser. Hop. Qu'est-ce que ça donne?
There is always a railroad line adjacent to where the bodies are found. And all the victims disappeared in the fall.
Ok. Géoanalyse.
Killer has a large comfort zone.
Ouais, il est un peu
He gained
partout.
confidence rapidly and moved away from his base. This won't make the geoprofiling any easier.
Ok. Hop. Origami killer. Le mode opératoire, vas-y.
Always the same ritual. An origami in the hand, an orchid on the chest. The victims have always been dead for less than 6 hours when they were found, which means they remained alive for several days before being drowned. Over 3,500 people questioned. Over 100 suspects interrogated. Not a single lead to go on.
Compliqué. Hein. Hop.
The killer is white, aged between 30 and 45. He is intelligent, calm, and determined. An organized type. He has a car. He's probably employed, but his work allows him free time.
Il est posé quoi. Super. Hop. Ah, il nique sa mère alors. Ah, ça pêche. Ensuite. Indice. Trace de poux. Analyser.
The killer's car is probably a Chevrolet Malibu 83.
Une Chevrolet. Super. Donc ça c'est bon. Hop. Origami. Les fameux, hein.
No prints or specific clues. Nothing much to go on.
Un plaisir.
Just one origami store in town.
C'est intéressant ça. Ok, orchidée.
A common species. That doesn't help much.
Super.
The orchid is a common species. It can be found at any flower shop.
C'est pas mal, hein. Bah ça merde. Pas saoulé. Indice m'a fait dossier environnement. Pourquoi ça fait quoi? Ok, ça refait juste les cartes. Ah, ok, ça remet la zone de recherche au cul là. On peut y aller, hein. Ça va, frère.
Here we go again. I better go wash my face.
Il faut se rafraîchir là, vas-y.
I need to take some. I'm gonna faint if I resist.
Tranquille.
It's all right. I know I can make it. I know I can make it.
Tranquille, frère. Sors, tu peux aller les prendre. Je sais pas c'est quoi ton truc, mais t'inquiète.
Is everything all right, sir?
Ouais. Voilà, c'est juste là.
No one must see.
Putain, moi, c'est mort, frère. Vas-y, tranquille. Voilà. Voilà, tu te mets bien. Oula. Oula, eux, je sais pas qu'ils ont fait dans les toilettes, mais ça s'est fait plaisir, hein. Petit cachotier que vous êtes. Ah ouais.
This is Lieutenant Blake, Mr. Marshall. Could you please tell him what happened?
It was this afternoon. I went to the park with my son, Sean. We played together for a while, and then he wanted to go on the carousel, so I put him on one of the wooden horses, and when I turned back, Sean had disappeared.
Exactly what time did you arrive at the park? Try to remember exactly, Mr. Mars. Every detail can be important.
It must have been about...
Il devait être, ok, 16h15.
4:15. Yeah, that's it, 4:15. I remember exactly because I looked at the clock in the park when we arrived.
What was your son wearing when he disappeared?
He was wearing a coat.
Il était beige, oui, il était beige.
A beige coat. And a pair of pants.
The pants, vert.
Green pants.
Eh, t'inquiète, attends, je me
How
rappelle mon
could
fils.
Sean have disappeared without you even noticing? Weren't you right by the carousel?
Rester sur un banc, faire un tour.
I went for a short walk around the park just for a few minutes. When I got back, the carousel had stopped and Sean wasn't there.
You say you took your son to the park after school, but you didn't report him missing until 8:15. Why did it take you so long to contact the police?
I don't know.
Mais non,
I
je vais pas
panicked.
mettre ça.
I didn't know what to do.
Did Sean have any particular difficulties, Mr. Mars?
Je vais pas m'être paniqué.
Anything that might have caused him to run away?
Là, quand même pas.
No, I don't think so.
Au point de se barrer.
Everything okay at school? Any particular problems between you and your wife?
Ah, ça.
My wife and I have been separated for the last 6 months. But Sean would not have gone off without telling his mother or me.
All right.
Quand la daronne aussi,
That's
elle
all
va
the
la
questions
prendre.
I have for now. You're free to go, Mr. Mars. We'll continue to look for Sean overnight. We'll contact you if we have any more questions.
Do you think the origami killer...
Listen, your son's probably just run off and he'll turn up in a couple hours.
But what if it is the origami killer?
Ouais.
Well, then we have about 4 days to find him alive.
Allez, après, je te passe à travers.
Did they find something?
No, nothing yet, but they're gonna keep looking through the night.
Do they think it's the origami killer?
It's still too early to say,
C'est que eux, ils ont vécu les pires bails, frère.
but it is a possibility.
What happened, Ethan? How could you lose Sean like that? You should never have taken your eyes off him. I mean, for God's sake, how hard is it to keep your eye on a child in the park?
Ouais, commence par.
Why did you leave him, Ethan? Why? Wasn't it enough losing Jason?
Bah ouais, non, mais là, attends, elle abuse, hein.
I'm sorry. It's not what I meant to say.
Là, c'est compliqué, c'est compliqué.
I miss him so much.
Ah, c'est dur, hein. Vraiment une vie de merde, hein. Carrément.